Okay, I just need to make a video right now because I feel this inspiration and a message that I feel I need to hear sometimes because I live in a society that is programmed to think a certain way and to attach a feeling to a life event. So basically, a lot of people say that death is very tragic, and it can be. And it's associated with being sad or having fear, which, yes, it can promote those feelings. But there is always another way to see things and view, and there's always another perspective shift. And what I've been noticing is heartbreak or having your heart broken or going through a breakup. Like, we don't even need to use these words. I just want you to know that you are enough as you are. And if you don't feel enough, then you probably shouldn't be getting yourself into a relationship, because we need to work on ourselves before we intertwine ourselves with someone's energy. They may create codependency or relying on someone else to make you feel enough when really you've always been enough. And the only things that make you not feel like you're not enough is the things that we've accumulated while becoming. And maybe you're a teenager and you were influenced to party or shoplift or have like an unhealthy addiction to something. So we were not born with these habits. We're not born with thoughts of saying that we're not enough. We were not born shy. We were told we were shy. We were told we were ugly. We were told we were short. We were fat. We were tall. These are just like labels that people have told us that we are, but we're really, that's just a label, really. But it's, labels are labels, right? They have a purpose, just like an ego has a purpose. But when labels affect you in a negative way, where you cannot live your life and you feel self-conscious, then that's when it's an issue. So we just need to know that we're not our labels, and we're not the labels that people have told us that we are. We get to decide who we are. We get to decide if we're enough. We get to decide if we want to be a victim and feel sorry for ourselves every day. We get to decide if we're going to have a great day, a bad day, or just be like, okay, like neutral, just cruising, chillaxing. What I really want to say is that something came up to me because we're programmed since we're kids to think a certain way. And we trust in these adults that they know everything because, oh, they have a house, they have stability, they're my mother or father, they must know the answers to everything. And that, of course, is not true once you become an adult or whatever, like old enough to be a mother or father. So basically, I was at the school. I've just retired, or I don't know, let go of this job. I'm feeling my time is up being an art teacher for children at this moment of my life. And one of the kids were asking me, we talk when we make arts and crafts, and one of the children were saying, hey, Miss Rambling Rose, are you married? And I said, no, I'm not married. Do you have children? Do you have kids? No, I don't have children. Do you have pets? No, I don't have pets. I literally just live by myself. And I do have plants, but it's, that's different. And they're like, aren't you lonely? Are you lonely? Are you sad? And I said, no, I'm not lonely and I'm not sad. And, I can't get too philosophical with the children because their understanding is, I don't know how to explain it, but I try to keep it minimal with the kids so I don't confuse them or get too far out. I try to keep it simple, and I just said, when you're alone, that doesn't mean you're lonely. or when you see someone by themselves, that doesn't mean that they're sad. You're wildly capable of achieving anything you want, even if you're not with someone, even if you don't have someone's positive energy or support. You just need yourself and your mind, your mental, your physical, your heart. You need yourself. You need to know that you're enough. So even if you're an adult, and I'm learning this right now in my life, even if you're an adult and you think that you lost a lover, you think that you lost your mom because maybe she passed away, or you lost your dad because he's not in your life at all anymore, and you can literally physically say that you're alone. Yeah, I'm alone, there's no one here. Or you can feel alone in a room full of people. But what I'm getting at is, you can have a parent who's not even on this earth anymore physically, but you're not alone and you never lost anything. Sure, they're not here in the physical form, but that's our destiny. We're all gonna die. That's nothing new, right? It's expected to happen. We're all gonna have to go through that in life. So instead of being sad about something that's out of our control, we can think of it as, I didn't lose anything. I didn't lose my mother. My mother is within me today because I buy yellow squashes, because she raised me on yellow squashes. I have this thought, I have these quotes in my head that my mom taught me, or like, there's certain things that remind me of my dad, or there's certain things that remind me of my partner, my lover. And just because we're not together doesn't mean that that person still doesn't serve me, or still isn't with me on the daily, with my morning walks, with me on my day-to-day thoughts, with maybe they influenced us to be a certain way, act a certain way, dress a certain way. Maybe we wear jewelry because someone we loved like wore that stone, and every time we wear the stone it reminds us of them. So just know that you never lose anybody, as long as you have like your brain and like emotions and energy. Like, you always carry the energy of every single being that you've ever met. I just don't believe in breakups or loss anymore at this point of my life. I don't feel we have to be sad and depressed and curl up in a ball because the way that we want life to go is not going the way it is. But we always have control over how we expand our perspective. And the way that I would continue to enjoy to expand my perspective, instead of think of heartbreak as something that's, oh, so sad, oh, I'm so sorry. It's like, actually, this is so beautiful, because I have so much to look forward to in my life. I have so much lessons that I've learned with that person. They taught me so much. I've learned so much. Like, actually, I didn't lose anything. I've gained so much by being raised by a mother and a father. I've gained so much by being in a long-term relationship. I still carry all the life lessons and love and attitudes and conversations, memories. We carry that with us. So we're not losing anything. We're only gaining everything. So this is something I just want to get off my chest and share, because I'm inspired. Let me know what you think. And just know that you're enough. You're literally enough. When people used to tell me this, I'm just like, yeah, is that a positive affirmation? Are you gonna like tell yourself that until you believe it? Yeah. Positive affirmations. I don't know how I feel about that. I just know that we have a choice to break down and feel like we're not enough, or like literally know that we're enough and we're capable of picking ourselves up, of lifting our spirit. We're capable of living a healthier lifestyle. We're capable of anything, you know? But we got to start knowing that we're enough and we're adults and we can get through this. We can be our own mother. We can be our own lover. We can be our own father. And you're widely capable of achieving anything. And this is what I'm feeding myself, because this is the journey that I'm on. So much love to everyone. Bye.